This is Johnny Mike Grevlin coming to you from Chicago as usual, and today I was just going to do a little quick one on highlights from day 3 of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I was again over at Legal Bites this morning and watched some of it. I've got a little bit from the witness that I was there for and a little bit more from a witness that I wasn't on for. It's very interesting. The first witness is her personal assistant, and you'll see her here. She is very good for Johnny Depp. And the second witness, it looks like a marital counselor or something like that, and she's not good for anybody.
Do you recall ever forming any concern in your own mind about any of Mr. Depp's behavior in his relationship with Amber?
Never.
Nothing you heard, nothing you witnessed, nothing you saw during your time with Ms. Heard ever gave you an inkling of concern about Mr. Depp's behavior toward Amber?
Never.
And when you say you would arrive, where would you arrive to?
It depended where she was at the time. Sometimes she was at Orange, sometimes she was at one of Johnny's houses on Sweetser, and then eventually they all moved down to the lofts downtown.
You previously testified that your work as being Ms. Heard's private assistant was extensive. Would you please tell us everything that you were responsible for?
Everything from handling all of her dry cleaning, picking packages, mail, liaising with agents, other people in the industry, coordinating travel, making restaurant reservations, dealing with the staff, the vendors on the property, that sort of thing.
Personal assistant stuff.
Did you ever observe Ms. Heard putting on makeup?
Yes, just when she was getting ready to go out somewhere for a party or something.
And when you interacted with Ms. Heard, and I understand it was quite frequent and regular, did it appear to you that she was wearing makeup?
She usually never wore makeup unless she was going to a special event.
And I believe you previously testified to this, so I'm sorry for asking you again, but while you worked for Ms. Heard, did you ever see any types of injuries on her?
No.
Did you ever see any cuts?
No.
Did you see bruises?
No.
Did you see swelling?
No.
Redness in her face?
No.
How about Ms. Heard having black eyes?
Never.
A broken nose?
Never.
Missing hair clumps? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Ms. James.
Never.
Did you ever witness Mr. Depp be rude to anyone?
He's such a gentleman. He's like a total Southern gentleman. So no.
Did you ever see Mr. Depp lose his cool?
No.
Did you ever see him scream at anyone?
No.
Did you ever see him break something?
Only in a video.
In your presence, did you ever see Mr. Depp break something intentionally?
Never break anything, never throw anything, always completely passive.
I believe you've testified previously that you have a son, correct?
Yes.
How old was your son when you first started working for Ms. Heard?
4 years old.
And did you ever bring your son to work with you? How often?
Quite often, if I had to keep working, I would bring him back there after school. And if I had to work on the weekends, he would come with me then.
Did Mr. Depp ever interact with your son?
Yes, he was very kind.
How often did Mr. Depp interact with your son?
Whenever they were in each other's presence.
Can you give me an estimate of how often that happened?
Oh, countless times. He would even teach him how to play guitar. He brought him back from vacations. He showed him his amazing makeup makeover when he was doing Black Mass. He tricked him. He leant over and was saying, "Do you know who I am?" And he had the full makeup on his son's jaw almost hit the ground. It was
Aw.
really cute, actually.
You can tell he's really enjoying that memory of like bringing that to
I
him.
gave my son a little pick as well, a guitar pick.
But you know
which
what
he
though?
cherishes to
This
this
makes
day
him
as
look
well.
like a really amazing guy.
Yeah.
It really does.
Right? This doesn't make him look like the monster
Fair to
that they're
say you were
supposed to
around
be.
Mr.
This is a
Depp
very
Yes.
good.
together
This is how you
quite-
redirect.
Quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah,
totally
it became
rehabilitated this
increasingly
witness.
more as the time
Yeah.
went on. Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to go over to the second witness. Both of these were by video, and she's a marriage counselor. She seems like a reasonable sort, but why I say she's not good for anybody is she's bad for Johnny Depp because she gets in a bunch of allegations that Amber Heard made to her during therapy, which, by the way, is strange to me. I can't even see how this is getting in, and it's not privileged. Somebody explain that to me in the comments below. I've never tried to enter this sort of evidence. But in addition to getting her allegations against Johnny Depp in for the first time so far in this trial that I can see, she also makes a bunch of admissions against her own interest to this person, and it doesn't paint her in a good light.
Anne Henry is Amber Heard. Joey Davis is Johnny Depp. So the first line is Ms. Heard talking, saying that Mr. Depp says to her, "No one likes you. You're getting fame from me. I'm falling out of love with you. You're a whore." She's reporting just in the first session just how bad the relationship is, just how mean they are to one another. And at that point, because I'm typing quickly as they go along, I'm switching into a different voice, more about the process between them, where she has, I believe, interrupted him. He says no more about what she says about him. And it's just that they're fighting and she has a hard time. She bites the bait. She can't let him talk, is my recollection. And from this, that's kind of what that is. So it gives me a sense of what they're doing at home. They're each reporting. This is what we say to each other. Is a back and forth firing at each other. At that point, he had some energy. And they don't communicate. They have terrible skills.
At any point during the first session, did Ms. Heard interrupt Mr. Depp when he was trying to talk?
Yes, she talked over him. She had rapid fire talking.
Did she interrupt him during your other sessions that are reflected in Plaintiff's Exhibit 2? Yes,
and I pointed out the process to her at some point, and she got it, that no one could actually have a decent dialogue with her if she was rapid firing and talking over and just barraging. It was a process issue.
Was that the second couple's session?
No, it's red. It's Amber alone.
So is it fair to say that you met alone with Amber for 2 1/3 hours in the context of the couple's therapy? Is that correct?
Yes, this was to get her background material.
So tell us what you mean in that one section. He hits her, no closed fist. She hits back and now starts it for pride because
father
hit her. Would you please tell us what you meant by that?
This is her reporting to me. It's the only thing in this clinical session that apparently was about physical abuse, or else it would not have been redacted out. It's so when she said in terms of physical abuse that he hits her, a no closed fist means an open hand slap to me. And she says that she hits back and now she starts it and sometimes hits him first because her history is having been violated by her father physically. And just out of pride, she, if she's, a lot of things trigger her. And if she's triggered, she would hit him first.
And the he you're referring to is Johnny Depp, correct?
Yes.
When you said that she sometimes hits Johnny first because of pride, what did you mean?
She was sensitive to feeling disrespected and a number of other things. And if she felt disrespected, she had come out of her background history feeling that her pride needed to dominate, and she needed to stand up for herself.
When Ms. Heard told you that Johnny Depp hits her or slaps her, Johnny Depp was not present, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
And it wasn't plural. It was, she referred to, well, I wrote he hits her. Yes. So maybe it was plural.
But he was not present when she made that assertion.
He was not.
Did Ms. Heard tell you that she socked Mr. Depp?
Yes. She was describing kind of the progression of the physical violence.
Did you have any understanding of what she meant when she admitted that she socks Mr. Depp?
Yes. Yes. I'd like to clarify the no-shows. And
please do.
I think they both told me, but I think Mr. Depp told me at one point, but I already knew because this happens with couples. When a couple is having a lot of trouble in sessions, but they're doing well at home and they're in a little bit of a honeymoon, period, they cancel instead of coming in because they know coming in will get them into conflict.
Interesting.
Okay. The next session was on December 15th, 2015, and it was a telephonic session. Is that right?
With Ms. Heard.
That was with Ms. Heard. Okay. You're right. Then last night, Monday, she slapped him as he sat there talking incoherently. Who slapped who?
I actually know what happened.
What happened?
This was, as I said, Ms. Heard talking on the phone to me. Mr. Depp's mother was in ICU. He had been doing he was fucked up, as she would say, on a lot of drugs. And she slapped him because he was being incoherent and talking about being with another woman.
Did she tell you that he had hit her first, or was she the one who initiated the slap?
She initiated that one because I think she felt demeaned and threatened.
And this is what she reported to you, correct?
Yes.
He was not present. He was not on the call when she made these allegations. Was he?
No.
And you didn't see any of this, did you?
No.
Well, there you have it. That was an interesting morning for day 3. Both of those witnesses had interesting stuff to say. I'm going to keep following this to some degree. I don't know if I'm going to do it daily, but I'm going to do some updates on it. I would do it daily, except for that this thing is scheduled for 6 weeks, and I'm not committing at this point to a daily update on the Johnny Depp trial. But I probably will be going over to Legal Bites and chiming in from time to time. And when I do, I'll cut up the good bits of that and put them on here. Here at Law Talk, we like to have fun with silly stuff that happens in court, and every once in a while, and completely by accident, I assure you, you might learn something. Thanks for watching.